You're listening to The Parallel Paths, a podcast designed to elevate your mind, body, and spirit so that you can get everything you want out of life. The only question is, are you ready?
I don't know if Malcolm was smoking, but I wouldn't mind sitting down and.
You said Michael or Malcolm? Malcolm, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people I want to smoke with.
Weirdly enough, like, I just want to smoke weed. Like, if I can just get a weed high, it is nothing else.
Who?
Like, if I could just get a weed high, I don't need the extra. But, like, I know it will be the funniest conversation I ever had in my life. It would be such an auntie conversation.
Yo.
But I don't need the other stuff. We don't need a running around. That'd be crazy.
This is actually a nice little combo. I really want to smoke with Erykah Badu. Like, that's, for me, that's the auntie type vibes. Yeah. Like, we would be chopping it up. Like, I'd all the goodies. Like, put me on, you talking about manifesting. Give me all the gems.
I'll show you how to do it right after this episode. For real, let's get that.
But how you got Dave Chappelle? Where were you?
Yeah, for real. I want to hear about this Dave story too.
So he was staying at a hotel that my friend worked at, and he saw her, invited her to the show. And then at the show, we went behind the stage. They stayed in touch. And then when we were out in Vegas, they happened to be out in Vegas at the same time, so we met up, smoked again. It was dope. We went to a club in Atlanta too. We smoked with them in the club, like it was lit.
How'd you feel? Like, did you just? I mean, I know you were chilling, and I told you I don't get starstruck, but like, did you just feel like it's fucking Dave? Like, we here.
I mean, but it's kind of like I'm supposed to be in places like this, you know, like. You know, you feel comfortable. Like, you feel, like, comfortable. But it was also like, yeah, we win it. Like, for real, like, I'm here with Dave Chappelle. Like, my favorite comedian.
Right.
Don't overly laugh. Like, now you high, so don't be overly laughing.
And I was in a different mindset back then, so I can imagine, like, when I am around, like, smoking, like, people who've made it to a high level, and I smoke with them, like, oh my god,
it's just got to be a dope feeling, though.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar too. Kendrick Lamar.
So, like,
really popped off.
Either setting, did you get to have like a conversation of substance?
Not one-on-one.
What I would care about, like, all right, cool, we hit the J, whatever. But like, I want to like, I need to see how they think. Like, that's the.
I wasn't thinking to really like pick up on those vibes back then. Yeah. To really, like, you know. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Oh, show.
Wait up. That's a bucket list.
It's in the future.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I got a stoner. That's kind of like a Guinness record for you in a sense. Like, most people can't really say that. So, like, let's just hypothetically say you got a Guinness record for smoking with two of the dopest people living. So for me, I've smoked in every state from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Yes, you have. That is crazy. That's a Guinness record right there.
So Washington to Georgia, at least through that path, we smoked in every state.
That was beautiful. So were you high the entire trip, or did it ever like fade out?
Whole trip. We rolled, I think, 22 J's before we left Seattle.
22.
Rolled, I think, another like 8 to 10 when we were in Denver, and that got us. Like, we rationed it out perfectly. Like, when we got to Georgia, we had like 1 J left. Smoked that coming into Atlanta. Oh, way. Sage and the ancestors guided us the whole time.
Hell yeah.
It was lit.
I'm definitely gonna be recreating that vibe when I drive across the country in July. For sure.
Got to. That shit is so boring if it's not. Like, the thing I appreciated about my co-pilot, because we never listened to the same song twice, and
Wow.
sound riding the whole time.
And what was what?
We just never had a bad song the whole time, because we both know each other vibes. So like, if it was darker and we needed to chill out, then we would dictate the vibe. If it was in the morning and we needed to pick ourselves up, we adjust accordingly. But it was vibing. Whole smoked out.
Hell yeah.
We live.
So now what? So that's for the patron page. Maybe. So do you want to keep going on the topic, or do you want to go?
I mean, we can do what we originally said.
Okay. All right, cool. So basically I start off with the last one, but this time, I want you to ask, after I say, I'm gonna talk about manifestation, Blair's gonna talk about music, and then I want you to like find a space to ask what, but like when I pause, just ask what meditation is. I mean, not meditation, it's manifestation.
I keep thinking meditation too.
I know. Fucking meditation is taking over.
Right.
We're slaves to the meditation.
I'm gonna ask you, you said, what is manifestation? Or what is manifestation to you? And then I'm also gonna ask.
I texted to you.
I was gonna ask, could you give us an example of when you manifested?
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Ready? Oh my gosh. I should be wearing my little posture strap.
We good with the intro from the last one, right?
We can always redo it just to ease our way in there. Slide on at the end. All right. Whew. Welcome to the Parallel Paths podcast. I'm your co-host, Makita Moore.
And I'm your other co-host, Blair McClendon.
And we are back again with another great episode for you all. This episode, we're going to be talking about our favorite topics to talk about. And for me, that is manifestation.
And for me, it would be music.
Yes. So we're going to be talking about our two favorite things and dropping what those things mean to us and different tools and tips if you guys want to start to, tap into manifestation or music.
So Makita, let's start with you. What does manifestation mean to you?
So manifestation is simply when your thoughts become reality. Something that you think of, it comes reality. So it just materializes in front of you.
Okay. I guess how would be the next question? How do you manifest?
So, okay, so like an example of me manifesting something, this is a real life thing. So I've been wanting to really grow my brand. I've been wanting to like do a lot of filming projects, a lot of things. I moved to California, a lot of things that required money that my bank account didn't say that I had. So I needed to manifest the financial support and strength to make sure I got everything I wanted, which I've always been doing. Like I always seem to get the money that I need, but it's just I was never asking for more than what I needed. I was also always like asking for just enough, but I wanted to manifest more, like just to get everything that I need, not to cut short or like live with any limits. So in order to do that, I had this thought that I wanted financial abundance, financial freedom. And with that being my thought, I knew that in order for me to manifest and have something that feels as good as financially free. So like, when you're financially free, like you just feel good, like you can do whatever you want to do, no limitations. That's a good feeling place, right? in order for me to do that, what I read in a book was that you have to become that feeling first, right? So you can't wait until something appears to then feel happy. You have to get happy, and when you get happy, that thing's gonna appear.
All right.
That makes sense?
Yeah. When would you say is the first time that you like really knew your thoughts were starting to become reality and you were manifesting things?
So we're always manifesting. Like your thoughts are always creating your reality. It's just that you're either conscious of it or you're not conscious of it. So I can now look back on my life and see like how things were materializing, things that I thought about were coming into my reality. But I would say, when did I start actually like consciously like realizing that I had the power to like bring things into reality? I would say when I got to UF, because go Gators. When I got to UF, I applied to this program in clinical psychology. It's a PhD program. And when I applied to it, I really didn't know too much about the program. And I don't think I even ranked UF was even that high on my list. But I ended up here. And the funny thing about me ending up here was that when I was in high school, I graduated in 2008. That's when y'all had won the basketball championship. And I was like really hype about Florida. Like, I was like, I really like to go to that school. I remember coming on a college tour here, but I didn't have the volleyball skills or the GPA to get in. So I couldn't get in then. I kind of just like forgot about UF. And then it just happened to be the one school that, even though I wasn't super, like, I didn't really know too much about the program and I wasn't super hype about it compared to the other ones I was looking at, I matched here. Like I came here, did an interview, and they offered me the position. This was the only school that offered me a position. So if they didn't offer me, I would have had to go a whole another year to apply to grad school. And I got here as a perfect match. And then I remember when I'm walking into the stadium or walking into my office, I see the University of Florida sign. I'm like, damn, like I always wanted to go here. And, you know, so like it appeared in my life.
That's dope. And again, a parallel path, because even for me, I would say the first time I realized I could actually manifest something was when I got into UF. And that was for me in the spring of 2008. So I'm class of 08 as well. But for me, that summer prior, I went to there's a Rising Juniors program that they have for African Americans, minorities, whatever. And I remember like being on the balcony of the Rights Union and like looking over the lawn, and like it was like I could see myself on campus. And so, like, this is the first time I really did that piece. And so fast forward through my senior year, Florida had the delayed admissions. So every other school that told me whether I got in or not, Florida was the last one. So I get in that February and I'm eager to go day one. So like when I actually got to Gainesville in that summer, I was just like, yo, everything that I have been like pushing for and like trying to manifest up through high school just came true. So like that was my first big one to where I was like, all right, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing, but
you feel
everything that I was visualizing and saw before is here.
Right. And the thing was, like, back then, like, so with manifesting, truly, as soon as you think something, it's already becoming, it's already materializing. So it's already happening, and it just gets slowed down. We're the things that slow it down, right? So it took me that long to end up at UF, and it took you that long for your thing to manifest, because we weren't consciously trying to manifest. We didn't know what we were doing, so there was this delay. So now that like we both are aware of our power to manifest, things happen a lot faster. Would you say it's true? Like now you manifest things a lot faster than what you used to?
Nah, I can't say that. There's been a lot of things that I've seen and it just ain't here yet. So,
well, I got some tools for you. I feel like I'm at the point now where there are times where things manifest immediately for me. This is a funny one. So one time And I think every girl goes through this. Like, I'm struggling financially. Again, remember I was saying how I manifested financial freedom. But I was struggling financially. And I was like, man, like, if I didn't have any morals, I would like totally have a sugar daddy. Like, all these like I don't want to insult other females, but all these girls out here getting spoiled, and I'm over here breaking my back, getting a PhD, trying to be a better person to save the world. Somebody take care of me. So I'm over here talking to my friend. I'm like, man, I want a sugar daddy. So we were having this conversation about, like, okay, would you ever get a sugar daddy? And I definitely have had opportunities in my life prior, but I turned them down just because, like, morally, and oftentimes I wasn't really like attracted to the dude. So the very next day of us having this conversation, I'm walking down the street and this man walks up to me. I got my pit bull in one hand. Most people don't normally walk up to me. Nobody ever walks up to me with this dog. He walks straight up to me, bold as hell, and he asked me, "You need a sugar daddy?" I was like, "What?"
No, that's scary.
Right? And the thing was, like, whenever me and that friend, Erin She Hamilton, y'all always hear me talk about her. Whenever we're together, CEO of Slick. Let me point to it. Oh, there we go. But whenever she and I are together, our energy is so good that and so high that we always manifest stuff really quick. We're constantly getting ideas, all this stuff. So, and I'll talk more about, like, why energy is good or why energy is important. But yeah, so because our energy was so good, like, that manifested quick. And I'll say it did not pan out. This guy was not what he said he was. So I did not pursue the sugar daddy, sugar baby situation. But yeah, it was crazy. It happened super fast. And I've had other things too, like money or opportunities, and just so many things. And definitely some are more long term because I'm thinking really big. So we just,
Yeah, and I was gonna say I do have some stuff that manifests quick. Like, it might be a day where I'm like, man, I really want a smoothie, and then I'll get a call. It might be like my mom, and she's passing by a smoothie spot, and she's like, "Yo, you want a smoothie?" Yeah, I do. So it depends. I had one crazy story when we were driving across the country. My cousin and I were in Oklahoma, and as soon as we got in Oklahoma, he was like, "It'd be dope if we saw a tornado." No, it wouldn't. So like 45 minutes to an hour pass, and no lie, tornado starts spouting like off the side of the interstate. And I'm like, bro, why? And like, it's really manifesting. So I've definitely seen some stuff personally, but I don't know. It's kind of weird on the speed when you ask me about that question, because I guess certain goals, yeah, will take a little bit longer time. But again, that's still the programming because you're putting that limitation on yourself. So I understand all of that. It's just about overcoming all of that stuff, releasing certain karmic debts or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, which I don't know if I've explained yet, but your thoughts are powerful. Like, your thoughts create your reality, right? So what you think about is what is going to be your experience. If you're constantly thinking negative thoughts, you're going to attract more negative experiences. That's just how the universe works. I'm telling you. I know from experience. Don't try to argue against it. I'm just telling you that's how it works. So the more you can put yourself in a positive state of mind, the more you can think about all the things that you enjoy, you will attract more things that match that energy. So when it comes to manifesting, like, let's say I get an idea of starting this clothing company. And when I get the idea, I'm like envisioning it and I'm excited about it. I feel good about it. Because of the way that made me feel, in order for me to manifest that vision, that thing, I have to feel the way I felt when that vision came to me. So, and those visions only really come to you when you feel good. So
you can vibration.
Yes, the vibration. Have you ever felt that before? Like, you literally feel like I'm lit, like I'm like vibing high, like you might feel like tingly, like you're just like.
So we're gonna kind of transition into a different episode, but we talked about a certain release of energy that men have.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that tingle if you keep it in. That's not something that you normally feeling.
You do or you don't feel the tingle?
Don't, not if you're releasing.
Oh, yeah. So if you release, then you don't get the tingle, that powerful tingle. That means you're lit, you're aligned, you're awake.
I'm telling you.
Y'all. Some of these lessons are going to repeat through these episodes. Eventually they'll sink in. um, but yeah, so your thoughts are powerful. And when it comes to manifesting, the most important thing is that one, you need to realize you can do it. Realize that, just think about this. So if you want to really have an example of the power of your mind that's been replicated so many times in science and is shown to the public, is the placebo effect.
Facts.
There's this thing called the placebo effect, to where there's a study going. They give there's two groups of people. One person, they give them the medication, let's say it's to lower blood pressure. They give these people these pills to lower their blood pressure. They give this other group a pair of sugar pills and say, here, this is a blood pressure medicine. It's going to lower your blood pressure. Both groups, their blood pressure will lower, because the people in the placebo group, that is placebo effect, because they believe it's going to do something, it actually happens in their body, right? So you can cause physiological changes in your body just by believing something. So it's crazy. Blair, you've come across like information like that before, right?
For sure. The craziest one that I heard of was actually false diagnosis. So like a patient will come in perfectly healthy, and then they'll tell them like, hey, you have cancer, you have 3 months to live. Something crazy, extreme. And this person like starts freaking out, they're internalizing their stress. And then when they do go back for their next checkup, they actually do test positive for cancer. When the original visit, they were clean. So I've heard of situations like that, to where you really just got to know and trust who you're going to. Like, again, your thoughts are super powerful. Like, even in my situation with me dealing with stomach issues, I never accepted the diagnosis that they took or that they gave me. So I was just like, no, I'm good. I'll be straight, and I'm good. I was straight. So I think it is a matter of like, if somebody tells you something and it's not in alignment with what you want to manifest, you automatically deny that. You automatically reject whatever that is. And no matter if it's a fear or something else that somebody's projecting on you, you realize that that's their thoughts. That's a reflection of their thinking. It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah. And that's the most important thing, is realizing that no one can tell you what you're capable of doing, because they do not know you. Like, they only know themselves, so they can only speak from their experience. So you have to be discerning when you're listening to other people and taking in their opinions, because that can definitely affect. Yeah. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah. So say it again.
I couldn't hear you.
It went out.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything yet.
You were about to ask a question.
Huh?
You were about to ask a question. I was going to ask you, what tools are you using, or is there any tools that you would recommend for anybody that's trying to manifest?
Yes. So understanding that the key power in manifesting is your emotions. So like I said, when you have this thought, you feel good when you have the thought. In order to make that thought become reality, you have to feel that feel good feeling. So the number one thing is to become very mindful of how you feel and feel good as often as you possibly can. Even when something quote unquote sad happens, you don't have to stay sad forever. You can release yourself from any emotion at any point in time. And honestly, your true nature is happiness, it's joy, it's peace and calm. And whenever you're not feeling those things, you've departed from your true self. So feel that as often as possible, and then you will become a vibrational match to anything that you're trying to manifest. So that's the number one tool.
Now that's facts. Again, I guess that's why we'll talk a little bit more about it later, but why music is so big for me, because it can instantly flip your mood. So I think I talked about it in another episode, but like if you're sad and you just broke up with somebody, why are you listening to Neo? So sick of love songs.
Right. Like, why are you trying to stay sad?
Why are you digging yourself a deeper hole? So flip that energy, flip that mood.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, you have to realize you don't have to stay. Like, you don't have to stay in those feeling bad places. Other tools. I have started listening about 2 years ago. I started listening to this woman called Abraham Hicks, or her name is Esther Hicks, and she channels this spiritual entity, the collective consciousness called Abraham, which is the form it comes to her, which basically is like she gets like inspiration, and then Esther Hicks puts it into words. Just same thing with you. Like when you get an idea, you get this inspiration from like, it's like, where did this creative, intelligent, super smart idea come from? It's coming from the collective. So basically she taps into that. She gives all this advice on law of attraction. She has books, and like I listen to her YouTube videos every single day to just prime my mind and to remind me that I am a creator, that anything I want I can have. All I have to do is feel good, and have positive thoughts. A clean body. So again, like I said, you have to become a vibrational match to what you want. And all those good things are high vibrational things. So in order for you to be a vibrational match to that, you have to raise your vibration by having a healthy, light, clean body. And I know Blair's big on this.
For sure. I was just going to ask you if you were going to talk about how that coincides with your diet on all levels. So, I mean, what you're eating, what you're watching, what you're listening to, everything that has a sensory gland basically is taking in something. So your diet on all levels is affected. I know me personally, you kind of mentioned earlier about being able to feel that vibe, but I really started being able to feel it not only because of like the retention piece, but like eating, just feeling lighter.
Mm-hmm.
I started to eat more fruits and veggies. Like you start to embody that vibration. Like, I mean, it's literally as simple as it is. If you're eating meat, you're eating or consuming a dead vibration. So that's in tune lowering your vibration. So if the more food that you eat that's on a more alkaline level, you're in tune raising your vibration with it. So that's definitely a real thing. Water, the more water you drink, the more you're detoxing yourself and just flushing your body. That also helps you feel lighter. So I know all of that stuff plays a big piece in manifestation too.
Yeah, that is so important. What'd you say?
Think clearer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's times like I love food, but I'm just like, if I eat this, I'm gonna feel like crap. I'm gonna feel slow. I'm gonna feel heavy. And I don't like that feeling anymore. Like because I know such the value that comes out of me feeling light and good. Like so much creative power comes out of that I don't want to spend time. Like it's not worth it to me to have that pizza or to have, that thing that's gonna make me feel terrible.
Fact. If I eat some dairy or some gluten or something, I'm asking for at least a couple of days of recoup, and that's unwanted. So
Yep. And check our episode on healing practices that we kind of talk about how to detox, which detoxifying your body is how you can help raise your vibration. Other tools I use, vision boards. So your mind, it communicates in like images and energy. So like if you can put images around your home, because like Blair said, you're constantly consuming information. You got billboards, you got, this on social media, you got these sounds, you got these chemicals, like you're constantly taking so much from your environment. So you want to be conscious of what you're consuming, both physically, like what you're eating and what you're seeing, hearing, experiencing. So like if you're only looking at things that are negative, then you're going to have more of a negative experience. If you want to manifest the things of your desires, get pictures of that, put it on your wall. That way you're constantly seeing it, constantly exposing yourself to it, more often feeling that good feeling you feel when you thought of that thing. Because that's just basically just adding more energy to it and programming your mind. Do you have a vision board, Claire?
I have a couple, like my wallpaper for my computer is one of my manifestations that I've been working. I noticed that Drake dropped a bar in one of his songs, and he was talking about his current house was his wallpaper. And I was like, that's ironic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of celebrities who talk about manifestation. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jim Carrey, like you said, Drake, Nipsey, everybody, Russ,
Big is
Tupac. Everybody's talked about manifestation.
Everybody talks.
Yeah, it's a fun thing to have awareness and power about. All right, let me list. There's affirmations is another way to help manifest. So speaking it like I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm abundant. Like I speak those things to myself all the time. I can have and receive everything that I desire. The timing of the universe is perfect. I say these and then I feel them. Like, and I embody these things. Like I am love, I am healthy. Like you said, music is another manifestation tool. Reading books. What else? Crystals. Have
you heard of affirmations?
What's that?
It's the same thing as an affirmation, but except for it's in the form of a question. So you're asking your subconscious, like, why am I so abundant? Why am I? So it's giving your subconscious more of a command to like go find that. Your subconscious is actually supposed to find what the question is, as opposed to like you telling yourself. Like you can say I am whatever it is until you're blue in the face and still not necessarily feel it. So like by you questioning it, it's literally probing your mind to go figure out, why is this true?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that is a super important thing. Like, because a lot of times people will be like, why does no one love me? If you ask yourself that question, your subconscious will go find all the little moments in history that were evidence of why nobody loved you to make that belief even stronger.
Facts.
So you got to just use it in the opposite to get everything that you want, to help it find answers for all the good things that you believe you can be and know yourself to be. Last tool is crystals. I love my crystals. So, and I wear, here's some crystals. This one is black tourmaline. So basically crystals they all have their only unique structure that holds a property, a certain vibrational property. So tourmaline is like for protection. I have other crystals that are for wealth and abundance, some that attract love. And basically with these crystals, they have, what's that?
Crystal in the bottom.
I gotta start doing that, putting crystals in my water.
Shungite.
What is that one for?
EMF protection.
Mm-hmm. That's what black tourmaline has, that property as well. That's why I keep it around my desk. But yeah, so what was that?
Black tourmaline.
Yes, and the copper bracelet. But yeah, so crystals, like they have their own property, and then as you acknowledge that property, so like, being like love for rose quartz, it adds to that power. So like, again, it's like you're just embodying these energies, these feelings that are good and helpful to you. Yeah. And meditation, if I didn't already say meditation is super important because meditation helps to train your mind. That way you can spend more time focusing on the things that you do desire versus the things you don't desire. Because that was one thing, like, I never used to spend hours in a negative thought. Now it's no more than like 2 seconds, just because I like train my mind. I'm like, oh, this don't feel good. Let me get out of it. Let me get out of it. Yeah, meditation's been awesome. And breathing too.
For sure. I think just being able to ground yourself, we talked about it in the meditation episode, but the quieter you can make your mind, the more you're able to kind of sort out the good from the bad per se and what you really manifest. So definitely.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's all I have on manifestation, my favorite topic. Feel free to ask me any questions. I love it. It's fun. It makes life so much fun once you realize the power that you do have and you begin to use it and play this game of life, because it is a game. We came down here to play, to create. So, just have fun with whatever you're going to create.
It's kind of crazy because, like, even though I'm talking about music, it really coincides with manifestation. Because, like I said, it's a part of your diet. Like, it's a part of what you're consuming. So, for somebody like myself, being from Florida, Rick Ross is a huge influence on me. And if you ever listen to Rick Ross, you know he makes the most luxury sounding or luxury that you have ever heard. So stuff like that. And then, I mean, just even on how I grew up, I've always been a music head. And just as time has gone on, I see the power of it and how it can heal too. So music is huge for me. Even on my 3 Layers of Wellness page, every Monday is a Music Monday. So I'm posting a weekly Feel Good 5. That's just whatever I'm vibing to that week, whatever's in rotation. Little new, little old, but it's a wide spectrum. And I think that's one thing I can probably take from my childhood that I really appreciate about my parents is their music spectrum was wide. So creating me was a beast. So
yeah, that's important. That's really important too. Cause I definitely have a wide. I can enjoy all kinds of music as long as it makes me feel good. Like, yeah, music is dope.
What's your go-to genres right now? You say a wide spectrum, because I would say like I have a wide spectrum, but I stick to about 3.
I would say right now I'm like, so when I work out, it's like hip hop, but it's all conscious music. Like I like all my music to be conscious, but some of it can be like more like hip hop versus some could be like more chill, soulful. So like I'm listening to like D Smoke, Londrell, who else am I listening to? Females like her, Summer Walker. I can always do my Erica Badu and Lauryn Hill.
Got to.
Yeah. I know I'm listening to some other people too. I can't think of them right now.
I feel you. Okay.
Who are you listening to right now?
I listen to a lot of Anderson .Paak.
You did put me on. Mm-hmm.
I put you on Londrell and still hadn't even caught up. So you ahead of me on him.
Oh yeah, I've listened to like both his albums. I've been on his lives.
That's me. I'm a huge Mac Miller fan. Rest in peace. Wiz, Big Sean. I mentioned Ross, T.I., Future. And then to switch up the vibe a little bit, John Coltrane, Sade, Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, Nas, Jay-Z. I mean,
I need to get one of your playlists.
For sure. Whatever mood you're looking for. 420, vibing, jazz, current, whatever.
So you seem like have you always been into music?
Yeah, always. I started making mixtapes for classmates and stuff when I was in probably like 5th, 6th grade. Whenever you could burn. Yeah. So I'd be burning CDs and, you know, Gangsta Grills, DJ Drama used to have his mixtapes dropping. So I would be downloading music daily. And people come to me and be like, yo, what's new? Put together a little mix CD and we vibing.
So are there any specific songs you can like remember from like that kind of like mark different decades of your life or different like periods? What are some of those?
Every time I hear certain songs, like it just automatically sparks certain memories. Like one from my childhood. Do you remember the time Michael Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
Video.
Is there like some wind? Mike's just wind in all of his videos.
It's very Coming to America-esque. Like he has Magic Johnson in
Oh
there.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like that automatically takes me back to my childhood. And then like I'll hear something like T-Pain, I'm So Hood, and that'll take me back to high school. And I think about 12-inch speaker in the trunk and just being on some hood country stuff in Florida. Like, so certain songs will trigger it. I'll hear certain Florida music with bopping and all of this stuff, and that takes me back to the times at UF. So
I still haven't I haven't really been anywhere where they're actually, I think I was at Kava, the hookah lounge over here in Gainesville, and they were playing some bop music. Yeah. Do you like it? Like, is it your vibe?
For sure. When I got to UF, I would say I was primarily influenced from New Orleans and Atlanta music prior to, just based on where I grew up in Florida. And then getting to UF, you start to see the naked hustle, people juking, people bopping, and it's a whole different culture. So, of course, half of my friends being from South Florida, like you kind of get sucked into it. So they got me out there juking and stuff like that. My time at UF was definitely one of like just cultures mixing period, and that included music. Like I remember we got tired of going to just straight black parties, so we would go to like Midtown, downtown, and we would go to like these little bars, but they be playing techno. And at first we like, bruh, I can't do it. But then again, we was on a different mission too. So it's a couple baddies in here.
You gonna get with it.
Yeah, so
Find a way
like,
to get with it.
with this. And little before we know, like everybody kind of migrated to that scene. So it ended up being a melting pot wherever we went. So that was dope. We would hit Latin nights, do a little bachata, a little merengue.
Hey.
Yeah, I love music.
That's awesome. So when you said music to heal, I know before you've talked about sound bowl. Is that what you consider music, or like just like lyrical kind of music for healing?
I listen to a lot of binaural beats. I listen to sound bowl healing.
So binaural, what is that?
Binaural beats, that's actually a good way for manifestation too. Like sometimes it might be a subliminal beneath it that's telling you something. You can't necessarily pick up on it, but you can use that for programming.
Is that the one where it's like going through different ears?
Yeah, it gives you like 2 different frequencies in each ear for a common hertz. So, I mean, if I'm trying to think, I think the nature's natural resonance is like 432.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually correspond the different frequencies with the chakras. So like Earth being green, that 432 is good for the heart, and then 528 on up. So depending on what you're trying to heal, what you're trying to manifest, whatever, sound can definitely correlate to that.
Mm-hmm.
As an example, if anybody's heard Janae Aiko's latest album, she plays sound bowls in the background of every one of her tracks. So she's literally trying to heal a certain chakra with whatever the message is in that song.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you done those before? Like been in a healing?
I've done a Reiki session where they did sound bowls, but not just like one live session. I'll listen to, like I said, the binaural beats. There's a channel on YouTube called Temple Healing Sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Sound bowls and tons of different notes. And then he also plays gongs and all types of stuff, but it's super soothing. Like if you go, even if you just lay down and listen to it, not even necessarily trying to meditate, it just puts you in a whole different relaxed state. I wouldn't recommend listening to it while you're driving.
Dang, it's powerful. Okay, so healing music. What about using music to heal that's not necessarily like that? Like not like resonance, but like irregular lyrical music?
I would say anybody who's conscious, like, I mean, who's putting out the type of energy that you either want to embody or that, I guess that you are kind of inspired by.
Who do you feel like are the most conscious hip hop artists right now? Both those that are established and those kind of on the rise.
Jay-Z, J. Cole, Kendrick. Nobody really wants to admit it, but Future, Big Sean. And when I say conscious, I mean like they know what they're rapping about.
Mm-hmm.
Like Future got a couple songs that people will really look at and be like, all right, he really talking about something in here. And I feel like a lot of it be smoke and mirrors, but nah, he know what he talking about. Conscious, I guess D Smoke too.
Yeah, definitely is.
I'm trying to think who else.
But Pop Smoke too, right?
I didn't never listen to him.
I recently, after he passed away, I listened to some of his stuff, and yeah, I think he's pretty powerful too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. People ain't just disappearing for no reason.
Right. Question: what do you think about Kanye?
Definitely a conscious rapper. I don't know about now because I haven't been following his music, so I can't really give an accurate assessment of anything he's been doing in the past 3 years. Like, he lost his mind one time, and I was just like, I'm cool on it. So whatever he's doing forward, I'm cool on it.
When he came out with that song, "You're Such a Effing Hoe and I Love It," I was like, what's the mission with this song? Like, how is this? I was so thrown. Because normally I can kind of understand where Kanye's going with his crazy stuff, but I'm like, that one just threw me. I was like, I don't know.
I really don't remember the last album. I think Yeezus was the last one that I was.
Is that the gospel one? Or is that before the gospel album?
Nah, I didn't listen to that one.
Yeah.
That's
someone who I would want to sit down and you know, vibe out with and kind of see what's going on. I would want to know that person's mind, Kanye.
That's you being a therapist.
You have no interest in exploring that mind?
I mean, I think he's a genius, a creative genius for sure, but it's so many other people I'd rather connect with if given the opportunity. So, I mean, not to shoot that down, but no, I'm not seeking it.
Yeah.
Nas, I said him, right? Nas, definitely.
What about, do you know any, what'd you say?
Whose world is this? The world is yours.
That's the thing. I need to tap back into some more old school stuff. Well, like early 90s rap, like
Tribe Called Quest.
KRS-One.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For sure.
Let's see.
What else? Yeah. We can cut this piece out too. Bree, anything else music-wise that you want to hear about?
No. What's your, when you say like who you listening to, you said like what's your like
Ooh.
all-time go-to?
Oh, okay.
No matter what.
All right. She said, who's my all-time go-to?
Okay, and then another question I had was, which I don't know if we've answered it yet, but like I remember one of Nipsey's interviews, he talks about music being a spiritual thing. Have we clearly stated how that?
I mean, I didn't really get into it.
Okay, so I'll ask that one after that.
Okay.
So, what is this one? What's the question?
Your go-to.
My go-to, my all-time go-to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Your eyes are red.
Are they?
Yeah, well, you just.
Can you see it on camera like that?
Only when you're that close.
Okay.
So like the top 4 thing that's been going on.
The Clinton top 4? Okay. Have you seen it?
Clinton top 4?
Yeah, it's a picture of Bill Clinton. He has like 4 of his favorite albums. He's listening to it on is it a CD player? Something like that, a Walkman or something.
He has on headphones.
He got on headphones, just sitting. He got albums, and then people been photoshopping and putting their favorites on there.
Like I couldn't pick my top, but I picked like the 4 albums that like are consistently on rotation for me. So
that's gonna be tough.
Man on the Moon, Solange's, Seat at the Table, Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City.
Ooh, I forgot about Solange and Beyonce. Both of them are conscious.
My 4th one was
and Rihanna.
I don't know. That's like always in rotation.
Shit.
Every month.
Ooh, I gotta do that?
I'm not gonna answer that one because I have to think too hard.
Oh man, I gotta think on it. I want to do it. So one of them, I gotta say potentially Swimming.
Swimming?
Yeah, by Mac. I got
Self-Care. Like
well, yeah, Self-Care is on that album.
Yeah. Like
Swimming might be in there for me. Sun's Tirade. Isaiah Rashad. Oh shit. A Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z, potentially. And damn. Bro, I almost feel like I'm betraying Future by not putting something Future in there, but dang. I can only have 4. Bruh. Top to bottom albums? I definitely, okay. Mac and Isaiah gotta go in there because like both of them I really could put on no skips and be vibing.
I gotta go back to Mac.
You need to go to Isaiah Rashad's. Even Max.
I wrote them down.
Isaiah Rashad is like, to me, like the male version of Lauryn Hill, just because he ain't dropped nothing else. Like he has Sylvia Demo, but like he literally got 2 projects and them shits are amazing. TDE. Everybody in TDE camp is fire.
What's TDE?
Top Dog Entertainment. That's Kendrick and Sir and J Rock and all them.
That's it. Like just timing what y'all just said. I used to manifest like whenever I figure out what my singing talent is, I'm gonna be on TDE.
Yeah.
Bree, I think I know I can sing too.
Like, you fit the vibe.
Talent. I was like,
you fit the vibe
if I
though.
make it,
TDE hard.
where I'm going.
TDE hard. That's actually a good question too.
Are you gonna be in TDE?
You can go to any label.
Yeah. That's what I wanted. I don't know why though. Like I really thought about it for like a year, but I was like, you can't sing, you don't rap. Like, what are you going there for? Like, they will hire you.
We don't need the how. We just know what we're gonna do. We're gonna end up there somehow.
Yo, so I used to want to be on Cash Money when I was like 8 to 10 years old so bad. I saw Lil Wayne and I was like, bro, I am Cash Money. Sign me up. I used to want to be hood so bad because of music. You remember Drama from Atlanta?
DJ Drama?
He had the song Left Right. I'm disappointed in your Atlantan.
I wasn't allowed to listen to rap music back then. Look at my parenting.
It's so unfortunate, but Drama had this song Left Right, but he used to wear a grenade as his charm. I remember I went and got me a little chain with a grenade. Grade. 4th grade with a grenade on, bro. That's wild programming. That's crazy.
Arrogant influence.
Unbelievable. But you asked me about the top 4. So for the people out there, Bill Clinton has this meme going around where he's listened to his top 4 albums, right? So Makita asked me what were my 4. I think I gotta say Mac Miller's Swimming is in there. Isaiah Rashad, Sun's Tirade. I kind of want to say Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt. I kind of want to put that in there. And then the 4th. Bro, that's so tough.
Seems painful for you.
That's so tough. I don't know. Yo, actually, Finally Famous Volume 3 by Big Sean. I think it was his first album. When I was in college, that definitely was on repeat nonstop and was kind of influential with how I was moving. So I might put that in there. But
what's the song off that album?
Actually, no. I'm gonna get back to that. God Forgives I Don't, Rick Ross. That's going in the 4. Gotta get that.
I gotta get on Ross.
I need that.
Was it called God Forgives what?
God Forgives I Don't. Yeah. I'm satisfied with that 4 now. So we got Mac, we got Isaiah Rashad, we got Hove, and we got Ross. I'm satisfied with that.
Matt, you put me on.
Give me your 4.
My 4? My 4 men would be, people gonna hate me for this one. Russ. Not that he's coming at number 1, but Russ. I really like Russ. You guys give me that look.
Continue.
Why do black men not like Russ?
It's not about us not liking him, but for you to say him out of all the music that's out there.
I'm not a big music head. My music awareness is, that's why I say you just put me on. My music awareness is very like minimal.
I see.
I'm just getting into music.
I see. I want to do a female 4 too. So
Yeah, we said I see.
I need to shout out the ladies too, but I do a female 4.
Okay, so all right. I don't know albums. I'll just say artists. So Kendrick Lamar.
Now we talking.
So Kendrick Lamar. I would say early influences. Nipsey carried me through. Like I didn't know his music before his death, but after his death, his music carried me through it.
Oh, you one of those.
What?
I see what we got going on here.
What?
You one of those. He passed, so let me check out the catalog.
That's because I don't know. Like I never knew about them until they died, and I'm like, oh shit, I've been missing out on this person this whole time. Because I'll find a playlist or an artist, I'll stick to it until I write it out, and then somebody puts me on somebody new, and I write that person out.
Yeah, you need somebody putting you on music, so we're gonna rectify this situation.
Please, because I love music. I absolutely love music. I just don't take the time. And the thing is, like, I'll do the Spotify like sample playlist, but it's like I'm so selective in my music now. I'm just like always skipping past artists. If it's like immediately not like conscious, I'm like skipping it. But
got elevated vibes and inspiration playlists.
Ooh.
Like 100 songs. Fire.
Yes.
Nipsey, Ross, Sean, Kendrick, you name it.
What platform do you make your playlist on?
Apple Music.
See, I don't have Apple Music.
You need to get that.
Should I get that over Spotify?
I would take Apple Music. I've had Spotify though, but like it's just so easy with the phone to shoot a song to your friend or share a playlist.
But it's the same.
All my stuff is implemented through my MacBook, my iPhone.
Does Apple Music allow you to share on your Instagram? Like share songs to your Instagram?
No, but if you post something, you can swipe up, and when you hit music, that's where it comes from. It's the Apple.
Oh. Okay. Might put me on. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to use some of the playlists for this cross country drive and now too. So
Yeah, right.
Maybe I'll get Apple Music just to have the pleasure of listening to Blair's playlist. I think we should all get Apple Music. We should all get Apple Music.
Look, so I'm gonna share my baby with y'all. Who still got this?
Hey.
Yeah. Come for me. You can't.
Some of y'all don't even know what that is.
Bruh. Got like 30,000 songs on here. This is a library. We got everything.
If you don't know what that is, you're too young to listen to this podcast.
So if you don't know it, that sucks.
That's crazy. At some point in time, people really aren't gonna know what that is.
No, for real. Like even when I'm on a plane, somebody see that, they be like, "Bruh, you did that." I be like, "I've had it. This is my baby. This is my rider. She still be working."
I should have kept mine.
Pass Me the Aux Cord will always live on this side.
For sure. Damn, I get them playlists. All right.
That's it.
We good on music?
I think so.
What else? Did y'all want to hear more? If y'all wanted to hear more about music or about manifestation, let us know. Drop a comment.
Like, subscribe, do all that there.
Yes. We love you guys, and we will see you in the next episode of the Parallel Paths podcast.
Indeed. Peace.
Peace and love.
Thank you for tuning into the Parallel Paths podcast. For essentials and contact info, you can find all that in the show notes. Make sure you leave us a review, share, and subscribe if you have not already done so. We appreciate all of the love and support, family. Until next time, peace.